The amount of util he's about to face is overwhelming, and he rightfully gives up this region, falls back towards Link, where he's going to be reunited with Roach, and they are able to pick off Hoax and KnightRider as God's Reign tried to cross that smoke. This treacherous pathway would have been even more dangerous if the barrier orb did not come through to slow down VRS. But by the time the plant goes down, VRS are already here.
Utility and the CQC to try giving them an even chance in this fight. He just gets deleted. Roach gets sent back to spawn, and this backstab from Hoax is, I mean, well timed, but Vibhor did the job really good already with the triple of zone. It's all left on a BenJ with the Sheriff, and he's being spammed down by KnightRider. And deficit, although the aggression through art, that is scary, and BenJ not able to weather the storm. Vibhor finding the double. Wait, what? Found ChromnZ as well. Nice shot by Acid, and they did not expect the repeat. This man is something else.
And this is just unexpected kills all throughout the lobby. First, it was Vibhor getting the second kill, even with just 10 HP. And CT making things so damn difficult for God's Reign by just killing and murdering everybody. KnightRider, on the other hand, has managed to sneak into the B side all the way from long. The pillar is still vulnerable. The block of wall instantly broken to kill the planter, but the planter is still safe. And even the boombot doesn't get much done. God's Reign are playing it super passively. They take every area of the B side inch by inch and make sure that none of the VRS players have even a line of sight on them. Kucf finally comes through with a kill of his own.
They need to take aggressive control here, God's Reign. They've already given up one side of the map. The wall's delightful. It allows them to focus their aggression, and KnightRider with a keen eye covers his team's back. And Sai from the other end, from B main, finds the opening, and that's the B side done and dusted. Slow and patient approach somehow ends up working for God's Reign, as they did not have control anywhere on the map, but they still scrambled to find success. Could just take this very, very passive. Setting up the trademarks. Ember needs to fight that boombot first, but there are two members right up against it. This right transfer is immaculate. Ember sends them back with a crisp.
What?
And it's ended up in this 1 versus 2 Hoax. On the other side of the smoke, the orbitals try to push him back and into the loving embrace of BenJ. Finally, VRS do not have to play up against it. Although the other Sentinel, Vibhor, is taking the plan, stick to his grave. Roach finds that kill, dismisses back. No possibility for God's Reign to fight back right up until now. Hoax, finally, a good start. Ember, good cover. Asta's down. The op is out of the picture. CQC retake. Roach has been a demon so far, and he continues to stay alive. In prime position to make the difference, although Hoax and Ember yet again shut it down. The showstopper does jack. And ChromnZ having that Bucky on the retake. They were reliant on God's Reign giving them something. Well, that's what Sai does. Gives them a frag and a silver platter. As they're the ones who choose to take the fight early, well, 3v3. Not the ideal situation for God's Reign to fight back against, but they need to cover the diffuse. They were baited in. Hoax got taken out. And BenJ on the flank. Immaculate. A double operator set on the attacking side. Dude, what are we seeing on Pearl? This is map 1.
Exactly. And Sai, as well as KnightRider, have absolutely no problems making this one work. Sai even has the Blade Storm in case something goes wrong. And he's chased his ChromnZ to the ends of the earth to get that frag. ChromnZ, poor guy, he would have never expected that someone would be mad enough to go all the way inside. No problem, no problem. Even if Sai is able to miss the Blade Storm, he will not miss the op shot. But this is
with a lot of hardship, and they can't let it go for free. Hence, they're going on the recommitment. KnightRider, he spotted the shoulder, but Roach gets the head. And the man advantage swings the other way. VRS playing on the other side of the Nebula. Vibhor needs to play timing and position brilliantly. They swing the Nebula, they swing Vibhor, and Acid gets the perfect timing that he could have ever asked for.
My goodness, God's Reign get completely overwhelmed. A momentary disengagement only to be flooded with players again. Would have probably enabled him to get the operator back online a little earlier, because then they don't have to reinvest. But then again, it's not a big problem for God's Reign. This definitely is. Roach, an absolute monster in a position like this, is destroying them. Another one. And there's absolutely nothing that can hold this man down. The Prowlers and the Boombots keeping Hoax humble, but he's able to connect too. A CT's frag was warranted, but then
the plant. Ember, wide swing, but Vibhor places timing. Ember gets taken down for sure, but Vibhor on this position still stands a chance to isolate some of these frags. They're still going to run these Spectres, so it's going to be essentially farm day for Roach. The Astral Well keeps him in position, but the rest of his team pushing the front lines in a very, very well orchestrated manner. Although Sai very well to remove a couple of heads from the bodies of VRS, leaving BenJ with an all to do. Sai
And
okay, they know at least BenJ has a good idea as to what the positioning's like. It makes this a far more doable clutch.
I have the spike.
bomb recovered. Sai should be aware about this, but he's threaded the needle, goes across the other side, and
As an
Vibhor
attacker.
Face your
And it seems like Art's another area where they're gonna keep their attack rest. Oh, the party.
Yeah, the party stops before it can even begin. Chrome's got shot down midair, and that too by a player who was not hit by the Fade ultimate. Now that's a crucial miss, and Vibhor just continues to punish everybody who comes with this success that they found in the previous round. All relied on the amount of picks that they can get, but how many picks can you get when Sai and KnightRider are both topping? Sai is able to decapitate his opponents towards mid, meanwhile KnightRider is so potent towards B. And with a significant man advantage, Sai does not want to stop. Of course, Chromes would have never expected Sai to push through.
Pearl, ladies and gentlemen. So enjoy it while you can. KnightRider gets his shade of fun with the Tode Force as he takes down Acete. And Ember should be able to clean deck. Okay, BenJ, good start. Far from the finish. Double peek towards window, and KnightRider to finish. He opts for the Tailblaze and he spots both of them towards long. Doesn't have a single flash, but the concuss is more than enough for him to get the opening frag. Vibhor alongside KnightRider working well in tandem. And the man disadvantage right on the bat.
Ooh, this could be a crucial one.
one enemy
Now,
remaining.
it's quite a nice shot from the side of Sai, but what can Roach do? He's the one character who can be viable.
Push control, try to reconcentrate their attack towards Hookah, but that's why Ember lies in wait. Two rounds on the board for God's Reign, and so far uncontested. And they look to regroup and recenter their effort towards Sai, who's left on such low HP. Sai, such low time, the clutch, still a possibility, but he needs to play quick on his feet.
Whoa! Those skills, especially when his abilities granted him the information. First contact made by Kucf, this time going towards the U-Haul region. Doesn't account for Ember to be in the same place, but unfortunately Ember was only able to get the kill because of baiting Vibhor. But he doubles up, so he's made good on his commitment.
Yeah,
So many
that TP
kills
though.
from VRS, going all the way in different directions. They recover the spike, and by this time, the raise in the form of ChromnZ has already teleported twice, so there's enough chaos to make things a little difficult for God's Reign to decipher. Vibhor dives.
Stopper at the back pocket as well if things get nasty. Well, time's run out. Time was of the essence. Hoax gets the kill, but VRS more
in order
importantly.
to keep VRS at bay, and the orbital strike comes through as well. All these impactful utils have already been used up, and VRS still have the time enough to make this A-side attack work. Hoax finally kills ChromnZ, and this was the danger man dealt with, but this comes at the cost of giving up the site. No way!
Boomba, dude. It's perfect distraction. Perfect finish. They're baiting out the plan, but they know exactly what lies ahead of them, God's Reign. Oh, goodness Christ. This round's like a roller coaster, man. And I'm feeling motion sickness already.
10 seconds.
It's all left on Acete, who is good for a single frag on the Tode Force. The damage he does you. Another very important round for them as they're forced to buy. And no, Roach. He's been so pressured to find the entry that he takes such uncomfortable fights, which gods see coming from a mile away. ChromnZ finally making momentum outside Shars, being so incognito with his approach. And he's the only one who's been able to find results so far. KnightRider didn't anticipate the push to be that brutal. And it's all left on a Vibhor. Sure, he has one flash to work with, but I think damage is what's going to be key yet again, as it's going to be the second round on the board for VRS.
They shot, and this time he's managed to bite his opponents with the prowlers, and he's just sending down a barrage of them. It's like he has an entire zoo at his disposal, and he's sending them through. Finally gets shut down, but he stayed alive for so much longer over there. Even the orbital strike came through for a moment, and that did not help either. God,
Timing
finally
Chromz.
falling like flies, but the revive comes through. That too in the open. It's a very risky one, and it doesn't
makes
pay
it
off.
back.
And a channel them towards the A side where Hoax is ready in tandem with his
Showstopper.
fellow Brimstone. Showstopper from ChromnZ. Let's see if it does anything. Of course, it blows up Ember to smithereens, but Sai instantly retaliates, and Hoax
Again.
goes unchecked
Oh,
towards
goodness
U-Hogs. He
Christ, Hoax.
peeks right outside of U-Hogs and destroys them as they walk out of the smokes,
Who is
and he
this guy, man,
styles
right?
upon BenJ.
Now it's Hoax playing ultra aggressive with Sai backing him up. This is a duo that you do not want to face up against. Hoax dodging the flash. Nice utility to force the fight, and BenJ can't dodge it whatsoever.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
God's Raider
okay.
bringing the fight to VRS. They all dump. Every ball is now detected. It's all up to timing now. If he can jump out of the smoke at the right time, it will be pristine. But he looks towards elbow instead, and he gets timinged. A taste of his own medicine. Vibhor finally tastes bitterness in his mouth, but KnightRider can still make something out of this one. 1.5 men against him in terms of HP. Massive advantage.
A massive advantage would be understating it, bro.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, VRS, they have... Oh, okay. That was still the other side. I was wondering whether it was towards Kucf, which would have been much more of an influential pick. Although Vibhor finds the double of his own, and he didn't even need much to initiate with
Yeah.
Criminal.
And even though the two of the force is able to give them a pick towards a shot, it doesn't matter because the spike is dropped.
This is quite the handicap that both ChromnZ and Acete have to fight against. Nice shot. That was with the Vandal Mighty, not with the Tour de Force. Man is versatile, and yeah, that's done. That's done and dusted. Round's over. Trying to tank the damage of the
Yeah, this should make...
so there could be a heal.
Yeah, but will BenJ even get to
Never
see the
mind.
face of his teammate? Hoax. Yeah, he's able to kill the other Rays almost instantly. It's just down to BenJ, who's the healthier player. And even if he somehow manages to heal Roach, I don't think there's much that they can do. There's no trade potential on either of these players. They're not anywhere close to each other.
Why do you think I have
both
that
just
banter with Cracky half the time, dude? Man doesn't know anything else.
You can only judge him. Well, at least ChromnZ is just timing in everybody. Sai? No way! Sai had no business getting all those kills, and he's still continuing to deal all this damage. There's no way they're giving him all these individual gunfights. Now with the Vandal in hand, he's going to be even deadlier, and Chrome finally puts his killing spree to an end. That's the best that he could have done in a situation like that. It was either falling back or him going all the way through. Roach all the way towards the bottom of B long. Now this should give VRS quite a lot of information, but what good will information do when you've got a showstopper in your face? Sends it towards CT, and this makes it slightly harder for VRS to come in and deny the plant, especially when Hoax is continuing to be aggro towards triple. Oh, and another one from Sai. The only defender towards the A side has now fallen.
That they have VRS. This map might not, this match might not have turned out the way they've expected, but hey, this is the Penta Pro series, right? We have the double elimination system for a reason. You have a second chance. So for VRS and all the VRS fans out there, do not worry, ladies and gentlemen. They still have a chance to make it deep within the Pro series, but that's heavily reliant on them having a very good lower bracket run.
Enemy remaining. Still waiting.
Yeah, and for now, they have absolutely no chance in this game.